Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having more money in your pocket every month. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've been thinking of. Imagine investing in yourself through education, land ownership, or even a business venture. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union get you on your way with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Consolidate your debts, get better terms on your mortgage, use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. One lucky member will get 0% on their loan for the first year. For more information, call 440-1354. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, this is the GBN TV News, this time around, of course, for Friday the 20th of March. And coming up, GUT says members face challenges in reaching students online. Fisherfolk forced to cut their prices. Prime Minister to address the nation tonight. Coming up in sport, TNT Football Association suffers losses of sponsorship because of new manager. And from around the globe, the Bahamas implements nationwide partial shutdown for the next 11 days to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you. Remember also that the evening news is inclusive of the latest public forecast information. So right after the break, stay with us.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. Tony Julien with the details. The Grenada Union of Teachers says that it's in full support of the decision to close schools in response to the COVID-19 threat. However, they are blaming the government for the challenges that they face when trying to send assignments to their students using social media as planned. Christina John has the details in this report.
Teachers are complaining they are experiencing difficulties in reaching students with assignments via WhatsApp since the untimely closure of school. According to reports, some students are deleting the numbers from group chats established by teachers through which schoolwork is channeled, while others who are disadvantaged cannot access the lessons. Last Friday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell announced the closure of schools for the next 2 weeks in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, during which time teachers are required to work from home. However, while the Grenada Union of Teachers is in full support of government's move to shut school doors, they expressed some dissatisfaction. President General of the union, Marvin Anders, says this requirement is viewed as a burden to teachers. Had government kept its promise, teachers and students would not be in the compromising position they are now faced with.
The union laments the fact that teachers should have been better placed to provide instructions online. The government did not honor its commitment to provide laptop computers to teachers as was agreed to in 2 separate collective agreements, the first of which was signed almost 12 years ago. Added to that, some teachers would have maybe upgraded their cell phones if they had gotten back their docked salaries. We believe that this crisis, if we enter it with the right mindset, we can come out of it with a more robust education system.
Recognizing the need for teachers to be trained in the use of new technology, Andel believes they are now restricted. He says had government returned teachers' docked salaries, teachers would probably be in a better position and be empowered to download apps providing students with instructions remotely. The President General urges members to remain vigilant and practice sanitization. Christelina John, GBN News.
And as the Grenada Broadcasting Network, GBN, continues to play its part in accurately disseminating information in relation to COVID-19, the GBN team will be rolling out a new initiative on Monday dubbed GBN Homeschool. The mid-morning program is tailored for both primary and secondary school students. Akeisha Felix has more.
In light of the outbreak of COVID-19, students in Grenada were asked to remain at home for 2 weeks in the first instance, as teachers continue to work at home with the use of technology. The Grenada Broadcasting Network has seen a need to create a wider reach to ensure that these students remain occupied and focused during the 2 weeks. Marketing Supervisor Janelle McDonald said on Monday the GBN will commence its homeschool program, which runs from 10 a.m. to 12 noon daily.
And it was birthed out of the need we saw to address the situation with the COVID-19 virus placing our students at home. So we are aware that the Ministry of Education has rolled out a number of initiatives to reach the students and the teachers during this period. We know quite a lot of them are online, and we were hearing from some of the teachers that they are not able to reach the entire student population. So we decided to use the power of the GBN television station. We are aware of our reach, and we think we can reach more students who are at home and probably need a little help along the way with their schoolwork.
McDonald listed the key subject areas that will be dealt with, as the homeschool program is tailored for both primary and secondary school students.
We're working along with 2 teachers. We're focusing on the lower level education, so lower secondary school, upper primary school, and the 2 teachers, they're very competent in the areas. Math, we're looking at the pillar subjects: math, language, science, and civics, and we'll be covering those 4 areas. It's younger children we're looking at, so we want to make it as interactive as possible. We're going to activate our WhatsApp platform so they can interact with the teachers. If they have questions or so, they can WhatsApp in. They can also use the landlines. They can call in, and it's very interactive. We have some sponsors who've come on board with us to provide some little prizes if they participate in the Q&A sections, and so they can win little prizes, and so it's going to be very interactive. We're also partnering with the Coding Academy, because we know technology is where we're heading these days. So they will be presenting some segments, interactive how-to segments for the students. They have projects to do. Can they use a computer? These are some of the things we'll be looking at over the next 2 weeks.
Students can tune in to GBN television on channels 7 and 11 and 20 on cable, together with the GBN television Facebook page and our YouTube channel, Grenada Broadcasting Network. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
From the business of the classroom to the business of the sea, with some fishermen now concerned that the increased numbers of reported coronavirus cases worldwide has started to affect their livelihood, as their largest export market, which is the USA, has ceased business operations. Almost every fishing trawler along the Carenage possesses in excess of $60,000 worth of fish, which is now sold at a reduced cost to the Grenadian public. Akeisha Felix has more.
With the rapid spread of COVID-19 cases globally, countries have taken precautionary measures to protect the well-being of its citizens. However, local businesses are now faced with an economic burden by having travel and export restrictions imposed. Fisherfolks in Grenada are now concerned that their livelihood is now at stake, as one of their largest export markets, which is the United States of America, is closed, leaving them with tons of fish. Standing next to me is one of the main fishermen on board this vessel, Maxwell Etienne. He speaks about some of the challenges that they're faced with.
Well, the challenge we're facing right now, the airline can't come in to take the fish. And if the airline can't come, we have to sell local. Come $10, sometimes they go $4, sometimes they go $7. The Japanese, they do what they want. Right now we bring it down to $5 and the people buying it for $3. James buying it for $3.50.
While Etienne noted that their preferred market generally is the United States of America and local resorts, they are now accommodating locals in a bid to address the glut on the market. However, while some consumers are happy about the reduced price per pound of fish, they expressed similar sentiments to the fishermen.
Well, I'm kind of sorry that they can't get it exported, but I'm happy that I can get it at the price I'm getting it.
Which is?
$5.
And I have a problem with the price. The price is reasonable. I mean, before they go, they see so much trouble hold it, and then they had to dump it. They try and make $1 out of it.
Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell will deliver a national address on the financial and economic impact of COVID-19 and the government's plans on addressing these challenges. This address will be carried live from 8 o'clock tonight on GBN's Classic Radio and right here on GBN TV channels 7 and 11. Remember, that'll be from 8 o'clock tonight, and it's going to be on Classic Radio, our sister station, and here on GBN TV. All for now. Still ahead in the news, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association and the Grenada Cocoa Association meet to develop strategies for amidst the COVID-19 virus. It's the news at 7, and we'll continue right after the break. Stay with us.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 350 local anywhere calls and texts. With the always-on prepaid plans, all for $25. Keep your number when you switch to Grenada's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Now buy 3 bottles of Place dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Home Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandans, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Place products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368, or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from Westech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to a AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2 which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. Westtech Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road. 'Cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Cocoa-rich and spicy development as the TV news now continues. That's due to European buyers' postponement of cocoa and nutmeg shipments to Europe from Grenada. The Board of Directors of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, and the Grenada Cocoa Association, the GCA, held a joint meeting on Tuesday to develop strategies for sustaining the business operations of both associations. And all of this, of course, amidst the COVID-19 virus. But let's get more from Rena Pear.
As 2/3 of the association's cocoa and nutmegs are exported to the European market, the organizations conducted a risk assessment of its business operations and collectively considered and adopted a series of strategic options for business continuity during this time. Some of the areas looked at by both organizations are purchasing commodities, business continuity, and communication and education. The organization stated that COVID-19 has the potential to seriously disrupt the cocoa and nutmeg associations in this country, as both organizations collectively contribute 2 million EC dollars in foreign exchange into Grenada annually. Meanwhile, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, is urging more nutmeg farmers to include maize as one of their products to market so as to take advantage of the increase in price and high demand on the world market. Maize has moved from $8 per pound pound to $12 per pound, all within a few months, having received buyers from all over the world. With the heavy demand, GCNA sells to the highest bidder, naming India the highest producer of nutmeg as one of the buyers. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
A heartwarming look at health this time round. It's World Down's Syndrome Day on Saturday the 21st, tomorrow of course. And the Grenada Down Syndrome Association requested a number of corporate businesses and the general public to wear their mismatched colored socks today, Friday, to advocate and educate the public on the condition. Rina Pear once again has a report.
We wear those socks only for someone to say, why are you wearing those socks? And then for us to say that we're supporting Down syndrome persons and families.
The United Nations General Assembly on the 19th of December 2011 declared the 21st of March as World Down Syndrome Day. The date is to symbolize the uniqueness of the triplication or trisomy of the 21st chromosome, which causes Down syndrome, to bring awareness to people across the world. As a mark of support, people wear mismatched bright-colored socks on that day. GBN spoke with medical practitioner Dr. Beverly Nelson.
The United Nations General Assembly on December 19, 2011, declared March 21st as World Down Syndrome Day. The date is to symbolize the uniqueness of the triplication of the 21st chromosome, which causes Down syndrome, to bring awareness to people across the world. As a mark of support, people wear mismatched bright-colored socks on that day. GBN spoke to Jonelle Benjamin at the Ministry of Health, a board member at the Grenada Down Syndrome Association. She says that more should be done for people with Down syndrome.
As the association, and not only in Grenada but worldwide, I do believe that not enough support is given to persons, or recognition is given to persons with Down syndrome. And in Grenada, we believe that more has to be given. More should be given in terms of their their livelihood, training, basic skills, them being able to have a job after the fact,
Also out in their socks are staff members of Republic Bank, Grenada. Managing Director of the Grand Dance Branch, Kate Johnson, hopes that his institution's participation will help educate the public.
In the society, these kids are largely stigmatized, and I think it's a question of lack of knowledge on behalf of a lot of the population. Hopefully, our display today will help in that sensitization and spreading of the knowledge that these kids are just like any other kid.
The world celebrates this year's activity under the theme, We Decide. GBN also spoke with medical practitioner Dr. Beverly Nelson, who is a parent of a Down syndrome child. She believes the world is moving away from identifying Down syndrome people by derogatory and demeaning names, and people have become more embracing and informed.
They can, if taught, I would say do anything. They can. They need support, they need guidance. If they have medical conditions attached to their genetic condition, they might need medical support. And of course, they need community support to take away that stigma and allow them to walk and march in our community as normal human beings.
The annual walk has been cancelled due to implementing COVID-19 preventative measures in Grenada. However, there will be a fun day planned for November, embracing all children with special needs. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
With COVID-19 putting a halt on all social events, one artist continues to tap into his talent and uniqueness as he recently launched his new music video entitled Island. Young Poet, as he is known in the social media circuit, appeared on this week's GBN Entertainment Buzz.
No stranger to the music industry, Darren Jackson, better known as Young Poet, has again released an amazing music video depicting the beauty of pure Grenada. In speaking to The Buzz, Youngput noted that his musical influence varies from genre to genre.
Okay, well, what made me gravitate to the hip-hop side? Well, as you know, Grenada and Caribbean countries, you know, you have Jamaica doing dancehall, Trinidad and the other islands, soca. I was influenced through hip-hop, through Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, you know. I feel like some parts of me just love that side, and I just head forward to that side, yeah. For the public, Grenada and to the whole Caribbean island, this is Young Pred, and my video is called Island, inspired by Moa and inspired by Grenada 473 and what we made of. Whoa, whoa, hold on, yeah. I'm like, how to do, she said I'm your biggest fan.
The music video was released last week and so far has generated positive feedback. Pert is looking forward to his growth in the industry.
A lot of people love it, you know, and I feel muchly appreciated for the support and the love it has been shown so far, and it has more to go, you know. We're not stopping it at there. So yeah, I'm very happy with the performance so far of it.
Young Pert can be found on all social media platforms. For this week's Entertainment Buzz, I'm Akeisha Felix.
And still ahead, narrow parts of the Mount Morris Road to be widened. We'll have details to that and other stories when we return after the break.
There is currently no vaccine to prevent coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. The best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to the virus. However, everyday preventative actions to help prevent the spread: avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a paper napkin, then throw the napkin in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray, a wipe, or paper towel. Eat lots of colored fruits and vegetables to help boost your immune system. This reminder is made available by Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Quick and Easy, and Horizon paper towels and napkins.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from Housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Place dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandans, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Place products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George. Imagine having more money in your pocket every month. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've been thinking of. Imagine investing in yourself through education, land ownership, or even a business venture. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union get you on your way with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Consolidate your debts, get better terms on your mortgage, use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. One lucky member will get 0% on their loan for the first year. For more information, call 440-1354. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
My name is Hollis Map, aka Mr. Killer. Why should I drink any other rum than Clark's Court rum? When Clark's Court is the rum that supports my community, my culture, my country. A long time ago, my ancestors used to work in the cane fields. Today, we own the rum, Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum. But my people, if you drink, don't drive. When you drink responsibly. And if you're under 18, don't drink at all. Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into West in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
More serious news indeed as we continue, this time with parts of the Mount Morris Bypass Road that's to be transformed from 1 lane to a 2-lane road. That's all according to Minister for Infrastructure Gregory Bowen.
It is not known how long motorists would have to use the Mount Morris bypass, the alternative route now used since the land slippage began in Molyneux. During an engagement with Minister for Infrastructure Gregory Bowen earlier this week, it was disclosed that some expansion on the Mount Morris route will be taking place. Ministry personnel, according to the minister, have already conducted a tour of the area and are now engaging landowners with the aim of acquiring plots of land for the purpose. The minister explains the new layout.
It will be, you leave St. George, you're going up to the north, you go up Mount Morris as usual. When you put that reach the Freedom Street area, you turn left immediately. You don't make the long circle to come out in Appeal. And you come out just a little north of the slip at Molyneux. That is what is going to happen. The same route, when you're coming from Gov, you will take that same route because the road will be widened. And you'll come around and come down again into the Western Main Road through Mount Morris.
With $2 million being sourced from the Caribbean Development Bank, the project should go at an estimated $7 to $10 million.
We have approached the Caribbean Development Bank. Their emergency route is only about $2 million EC. We will access that. We will do our work and they will reimburse it, but the state must now spend the remaining $5 to $8 million that will see this project done, and we want to get it done early this year.
Most of the work, he added, should take place at nights to avoid much traffic disruption. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The annual regional tsunami exercise Carib Wave 20 has been postponed because of the implications of COVID-19. Now, it should have been taking place tomorrow on the western side of the island. That exercise, which should have included an evacuation component, will now be scaled down to just testing communication between the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, or PTWC, and the local Tsunami Warning Center, which is the Met Office. Carib Wave, or the Caribbean Tsunami Warning Exercise, is a tsunami exercise held annually in the Caribbean, including Puerto Rico and in the Virgin Islands. It's coordinated by NESCO and the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. PAHO Reorganized Health Services, the director of the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, Dr. Carissa F. Etienne, has called on all countries in the Americas, including the Caribbean, to take urgent action to reorganize their health services and protect health professionals in order to safely care for patients with the 2019 coronavirus disease, or COVID-19, and save lives. Dr. Etienne, during her weekly teleconference with the region's health ministers, was quoted as saying, "The message is clear. Now is the time for countries to increase their capacity to detect cases, care for patients, and ensure that hospitals have the space, supplies, and staff that they need to provide the necessary care." She urged them to involve citizens and other sectors in support of public health action. Among the measures taken by the governments of many countries in Latin America and the Caribbean in the face of the rapid expansion of the novel coronavirus disease is the closure of schools and therefore the suspension of school feeding programs. These programs, remember, they currently benefit 85 million children in Latin America and the Caribbean. For about 10 million, they in fact constitute one of the most reliable daily sources of food. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, the suspension of the school feeding program will pose a challenge to the food security and nutritional status of many children, especially those from the most vulnerable groups. Another facet of concern, especially for Grenada holistically, who has a high food import bill, is the availability of food within the coming months. But let's get more details in this report.
We're not about, in my view, to shut down cargo. We need to eat. We need to have a certain level of commerce happening in the country, so that that kind of service, based on the sentiments expressed in the meeting this morning, which would be recommended further up.
COVID-19 Committee Chairman Dr. George Mitchell told GBN's Blossom Alexis Welch via telephone on Wednesday's To The Point program that the focus is on restricting passenger transportation. Many Grenadians have resorted to panic buying amid fears of food security in light of the spread of COVID-19 regionally and internationally. The Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce on Tuesday advised the public to remain calm, while highlighting that its members in the retail and distribution industry have given assurances that there is an adequate amount of food and supplies for at least a few months. Private sector Senator Chris Diali has since reaffirmed those commitments, however not without concerns.
Most businesses are planning to ramp up their holding stock. So some businesses that would have 3-4 weeks have to double that in certain instances to have probably 8-9 weeks stock. The problem with that for us immediately is cash flow to do it. But the greater issue is that we are going to see supply chains tighten, as you have indicated, and shipping. Because two things were happening recently. We couldn't get containers to ship goods because of the China situation. Now China is coming out of, so we may see some relief. But the cost of freight is also going up. But if the U.S. as a major transit point is closing their ports and space on their ports will become very tight, then the issue of timing of goods coming to us is going to increase. So where a container will take 3-4 weeks to come from the U.S., it might now double. and you have to have the stock to hold you over that period whilst you wait.
Senator Diali says it will be a struggle, especially so for businesses without the necessary cash flows. Thus, discussions with the banks must occur.
I mean, as we get closer and if the crisis deepens, the issue is going to be essential services, so pharmaceuticals, food.
Meanwhile, FAO has called on governments to implement measures to support children whose families have greater difficulties in accessing food and to provide the nutritional contributions that are usually guaranteed by school feeding programs. CARICOM agriculture ministers met today via teleconference to chart a food and nutrition security and availability response to COVID-19. I am Gerard Joseph, reporting for GBN News.
And that's right here on Channel 7 and 11. Now, stay tuned for GBN I Saw. That's all compliments Clear Vision Eye Care Center.
Tonight's ISAW features different businesses across the island as they participate in the observance of World Down Syndrome Day. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
And there is still more to come after the break, so we urge you to, of course, stay with us.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait. Tropical, can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-87 Shipping. Committed to island life.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&M Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Offio.com.
Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
Want to learn a skill and earn a CVQ? The National Training Agency is inviting unemployed men and women between the ages of 16 and 35 to apply for Skills Training CVQ Level 2 under the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program. The occupational skills areas open for applications include beekeeping, allied healthcare services, community tourism, live sound recording engineering, and small engine repairs. Applications may be completed at the NTA's office on Belmont Road, St. George's, Grand Quarters Office, Lower Deputy Street, Wall, Labukan Creative Center, the GCNA Complex, Kirani James Boulevard, or Sedu's office in Grand Bra, not later than March 21st, 2020. For more information, call the NTA at 435-9092 or 435-9093 or email info@grenadanta.gd.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
We all want a home that matches our way of life. But it's not just about building or buying a dream home or purchasing land with the most breathtaking view. It's about finding the bank that would make you feel at home. A Home Easy Loan from Republic is your best choice. It's more than a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Visit any of our 6 branches. Submit your application forms on our website or talk to us on Facebook. Experience peace of mind today. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Well, we begin this segment with news of a gift. 300 cases of water having been donated to 3 organizations today, Friday. The donation was made by Glenelg Water Company as part of preparedness efforts should Grenada be faced with an outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. The first presentation of 150 cases of water that was made to the Ministry of Health. The company's managing director, Afia Joseph, says out of an abundance of concern about the country's position in light of the global pandemic that they have taken an approach to support all national emergency organizations to assist with relief efforts as they relate to water supply.
We expect that the water will be distributed particularly to the elderly who may be homebound at the moment, and we would need to get relief supplies to them, and that could and should include water. It is a global pandemic, and we anticipate that there will be more need, but we hope not, and we hope not to have any cases of the coronavirus in Grenada. So the answer to that is we will be there.
And the ministry, through its permanent secretary Charlton Henry, expressed thanks, noting this as a timely gesture given the situation with COVID-19 in other parts of the world. The other 2 beneficiaries are the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, and the Grenada Red Cross Society as frontline organizations. They both received 100 cases each. The news at 7 on GBN TV with, just ahead, the public forecast information, and then we'll have the latest in sport.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
And we find first off for tonight going into early tomorrow morning. It should be partly cloudy, increasing in cloudiness after midnight with light to moderate scattered showers. The minimum temperature tonight, 23 degrees Celsius. The winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open water. Please note too, a small craft advisory is in effect. The tides will be low at 7:45 tonight, and the next high tide at 2:15 tomorrow morning. A look at generally fair conditions with the occasional partly cloudy spell, becoming cloudy at times overnight with light to moderate showers. And on Monday the 23rd, partly cloudy with light to moderate isolated showers, but improving by evening. The public forecast information there for you, with just ahead the latest sport report. And good evening, sporting fans. Kicking off with football. Just 2 weeks after signing an almost $2 million deal, Caribbean Chemicals and Agencies Limited says it will no longer sponsor the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association after learning of who will be in charge of the local football body before a normalization committee is set up to handle the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago football. On Tuesday, news spread that FIFA had decided to disband the TTFA after a fact-finding mission to Trinidad found that extremely low overall financial management methods combined with a massive debt are putting the organization and development of football in the country at risk, and corrective measures need to be applied urgently. On Wednesday, it was learned that FIFA appointed former TTFA finance manager Tyrrell Patrick to lead the local football body on an interim basis. Patrick was an employee of the old TTFA administration, which is blamed for putting the association in debt by $50 million. On Thursday, after hearing the news, Caribbean Chemicals chairman said that they will be withdrawing their sponsorship until this clears up, as the appointment is a step backward that did not make sense. Caribbean Chemicals and TTFA agreed to a 4-year partnership worth $1.5 million 2 weeks ago. However, that commitment will be suspended. The new developments in the TTFA ended the short run of William Wallace, who took over in November 2019. And moving on to cricket, Jamaica wicket-keeper and batsman Alan Chadwick Walton, that should be Chadwick Walton, will have to face a spell in isolation as he returns to Jamaica after the Pakistan Super League was suspended and an overseas player had shown symptoms of COVID-19. Pakistan have recorded 454 cases of COVID-19 and 2 deaths. The country doesn't have any critically ill patients from the coronavirus, with 13 already recovered, but they did record 147 new cases in a day. Despite that, Walton, who is returning to Jamaica, does not believe that there's much to be worried about. While he doesn't think that he's had any contact with COVID-19, Walton is completely aware of the proactive stance of the Jamaica government in keeping the virus in check. Jamaica has had 15 cases of the COVID-19, recorded 1 death, and seen 2 recoveries thus far. Meanwhile, signed, sealed, and delivered, Tom Brady is officially the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' new starting quarterback. The 6-time Super Bowl champion, who has spent 20 seasons with the New England Patriots, took to social media on Friday morning to announce that he had signed his contract, which is reportedly a 2-year deal. The 42-year-old leaves New England with 6 Super Bowl rings and 41 playoff starts since 2001. In recent years, Brady has repeatedly said that his goal is to play until he is 45, but he and the Patriots could not come to an agreement on a contract extension last offseason. That created a path for Brady to explore his options as a free agent. The latest sport report there for you on the GBN TV News. And right now, as we come to the end of the evening news on GBN TV, a reminder that GUT is saying members face challenges in reaching students online. Fisherfolk have been forced to cut prices. Prime Minister to address the nation tonight. That will be at 8 o'clock right here on GBN TV and sister station Classic Radio. And in sport, Trinidad and Tobago Football Association has suffered a loss of sponsorship because of new manager. And so we find, or just to remind you that just in case you missed any of the news in this broadcast, that we will have a repeat broadcast of it that will be at 10 o'clock tonight. But do continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. All for now, Tony Julien here along with the rest of the news team, thanking you for having tuned in to GBN TV News and wishing you a safe and wonderful weekend.
The following is a national address by Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to update the nation on plans to address challenges posed by COVID-19.
Fellow Grenadians, Cariconians, Peter Martinicans all, the pandemic COVID-19 virus has resulted in a globe crisis that is unlike any one we have seen in our lifetime. Over 250,000 people worldwide have so far contracted COVID-19. We are thankful thus far that no case of the virus has yet been confirmed here in the tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Martinique. Nevertheless, we know that it's only a matter of time, given the introduction of the virus in our region and its rapid spread around the world. We must, therefore, continue with aggressive measures designed to lessen the impact when the virus does hit our shores. The Ministry of Health continues to lead from the front in this regard, and we are forever grateful to the leadership and the men and women on the front lines who selflessly stand ready to execute their duties. I also want to commend especially and recognize the National Strategic Committee on COVID-19, which continues to meet daily to strategize and coordinate efforts at the national level. Our government has taken a very aggressive, proactive approach in the fight against COVID-19. By now, you would have seen or received many information on public service announcements, posters, text messages, television and radio commercials, and hundreds of social media posts from the government, encouraging, among other things, proper hygiene and providing regular updates on government's efforts to protect Grenada from the contracting and spread of COVID-19. Last week, we began to practice what we termed as social distancing. And moving into this week, you would have seen constant updates on travel advisories with restrictions for high-risk areas such as the United Kingdom and United States. We are also currently moving to close our seaports for yachts and leisure boats in the immediate period. Screening of passengers allowed to enter Grenada has been aggressive and sustained at our ports of entry. In these coming days and weeks, you will continue to see heightened measures related to self-quarantine, and when the virus is officially confirmed here on the island, total isolation of confirmed cases. Sisters and brothers, we have carefully studied the lessons learned from China and other countries hardest hit by this virus. We have twined those lessons with scientific data from the experts, which support our approach in fighting COVID-19. Scientific data show that countries that have been best at managing the outbreak and spread of COVID-19 have done so through a combination of testing, contact tracing, public awareness campaigns, and a commitment to abide by quarantines and social distancing protocols. Border protection measures have also proven to be invaluable in this fight. I am grateful to our friends and partners who understand that as a country, and even more so as a small island, we have no choice but to do all we can to safeguard our shores. I also thank the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique for doing what we as Grenadians do, come together in a time of need. I realize it has been challenging to make the many sacrifices and adjustments that we have had to make over the past several weeks. But by and large, we all understand the necessity of such timely and comprehensive measures. Our progress to date and our continued progress will depend on our collective commitment to keeping Grenadians healthy, for what we are all in this together. Even with all this, the global crisis that is COVID-19 also comes at a tremendous financial and economic cost for citizens, the business community, and government alike. We understand the anxiety for individuals, families, and communities. As a government, even while we explore various avenues to ease the anxiety of our citizens, and while we anticipate that the private sector will meet payroll obligations at the end of this month, we must push forward with some preliminary concrete measures that are designed in the interim to infuse some form of positive financial and mental impact on our workers, our businesses, and also socially vulnerable. Towards that end, for the next 3 months, April through June 2020, in the first instance, the government of Grenada will take the following measures. 1. Work tirelessly to avoid staff layoffs and the loss of livelihood in the tourism sector by providing $20 million worth of payroll support to the hoteliers, restaurants, bars, small travel agents, and income support to public buses, taxi drivers, tourist vendors, and other such identified hospitality-based businesses. 2. Adjust the small hoteliers facility at the Grenada Development Bank to support all hoteliers by injecting an additional $7 million to this facility. 3. Work with the NIS, that's a national insurance scheme, to provide unemployment benefit support due to the fallout of this pandemic, initially estimated at $10 million. 4. Suspend the 2% increase in NIS payments for this period. 5. Encourage the trade union movement to work with the business community to support the use of vacation leave as a first option in the event of the businesses having skeleton staff. 6. Expand the public sector investment programs in an effort to boost employment at the community level. 7. Suspend the monthly advance payment on corporate income tax for the period. 8. Suspend installment payments on the annual stamp tax for that period, and that is a 3-month period in question. 9. Expand the small business soft lending facility at the Grenada Development Bank by additional $5 million. 10. Place on the price control list certain cleaning items to prevent price gouging at this time. This will include, but are not limited to, hand sanitizers, bleach, hydrogen peroxide, and hand soap. 11. Follow all necessary exemption protocols to provide incentives to private labs and medical facilities procuring items to support the fight against COVID-19. 12. Increase farm labor support to immediately boost agricultural production island-wide. Government is also giving consideration to the support for farmers and fish exporters who have recently been affected as a result of the international travel restrictions. Additionally, now that the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes Tribunal has delivered its ruling in the arbitration between the government of Grenada and WRB, government commits to ensuring that the cost of electricity will be reduced by 30% for the months of March, April, and May in the first instance to all consumers. This will not apply to a few companies that have special concessionary arrangements. While it will not be reflected on the bill in this particular period, future billing cycles will highlight this reduction as the administrative process is being finalized. Our financial institutions have also agreed in principle to provide a moratorium on principal and interest payments to their clients on condition for the 3 months period in question in the first instance. Friends, sisters and brothers, fellow Grenadians, the measures outlined are intended to be preliminary as we continue to work towards a longer-term actions as this crisis unfolds. We are encouraged by the spirit of cooperation that existed among us only a handful of years ago when we went through a homegrown structural adjustment program. Broad-based consultations and support, as we are seeing now from all stakeholders, including the business community, the trade union movement, the churches, the non-governmental organizations, and civil society, enabled us to achieve a feat between 2013 and 2016, the likes of which we have not seen in our country in the past. A non-existent 2013 economy grew steadfastly by an average of 5% during and after the structural adjustment program, and was set to maintain that pace again this year prior to this pandemic. It is that same sense of spirit and cooperation, unity and resilience that we rely on now to see us through the current health crisis, which has, of course, significant economic and social impact. As a government, we are grateful for the sacrifices and support of our social partners and citizens over the years. It is because of those sacrifices that we have a small cushion now, that with the support from the international community, we can see us through several of the lean months ahead as we brace ourselves and fortify our country to weather this crisis. We continue to work with our friends and partners, such as the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, and other institutions and friendly governments to pursue any other avenues that will provide us some measure of stability. We are grateful for their continued support. Sisters and brothers, friends, the word global has never had more meaning than it does today. We are all currently facing the same crisis and very similar challenges, and no one can afford to be myopic or bigoted in this fight. We have no choice but to work together, and that includes the rest of the world and with each other here at home. We are, for better or for worse, our brother's keeper through this crisis. And we must continue to demonstrate at every turn, beginning with a simple act of washing our hands frequently with soap and water. Let me therefore use this opportunity to commend all stakeholders and the general public for the support provided to the government of Grenada in enforcing, promoting, crafting, and adhering to the guidelines provided to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. I ask, therefore, that you continue to do your part, and the government will continue to work tirelessly to do its part, and more so create an enabling environment in which we can still live, learn, work and play when this is all over. May God continue to lead and guide us all in these challenging times as we continue to rely on His wisdom, His strength, and His protection. Stay tuned for more updates from us in the days and weeks ahead. I thank you.
The preceding was a national address by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, updating the nation on plans to address challenges posed by COVID-19.
Theatre Company and the cast of the historical drama Julien wish to advise of the postponement of this production, which was previously scheduled for 28th and 29th of March, as well as the 4th and 5th of April.
This postponement is due to the recently announced measures by Grenada's public health authorities in response to the threat of coronavirus.
Heritage Theatre is fully supportive of these measures and encourages all patrons, as well as the general public, to fully comply with them.
As well as with other advice given by the Ministry of Health and official bodies like the World Health Organization on steps to be taken to keep the nation safe.
These measures include the following. First of all, do not panic. Avoid large crowds and wash hands regularly with soap and water.
Please pay special attention to how you interact with the elderly and other vulnerable persons. Try to resist touching your face, and most of all, treat yourself as if you have the virus and want to avoid passing it on to anyone else.
We eagerly look forward to staging the play once we're given the green light to do so. Meanwhile, we ask patrons, hold on to your tickets as they will be honored when the play is staged.
We would like to take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors, including our title sponsors, the Grenada Broadcasting Network and the Grenada Cooperative Bank, as well as those who have collaborated with us thus far in the preparation of this production.
We thank you, our patrons, for your understanding and continued support.
Let us work together to overcome this challenge.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value.